What's up everyone and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Welcome to the brand new wait, what's that? Let me start this off right, since it's a muscle car. There we go. Welcome back to a new car added into the game. This is the Pontiac, Trans Am, the Firebird, whatever. When I was younger, if I didn't see the actual, you know, the Firebird logo on the bonnet of these things, first of all, I'm not American. I wasn't born in America. I wasn't born around cars or anything like that, but when I was younger and I first saw this, I would always get it confused with the Camaro. It just is the same shape. Maybe under the skin it's pretty much identical. Are both of these are GM cars? I'm pretty sure. So this and the Camaro look identical to me. Like there's very small differences, or they did anyway when I was a child. But this and this Camaro here, I'll show you exactly which one I'm talking about. This one right here. You can't tell me that car and this car don't look similar to each other, because like there's so many things about both of these cars that just look so close to one another. I know, yeah, they're different and whatever, and they all have their own differences, but like it just looks like under the skin they're practically the same car. Okay? Anyway, enough of that. Enough of me rambling on, saying dumb things. Yeah, welcome to the Trans Am. This is added to the game. I hope that this is also going to be a good car and not a bad car like we've had over the past. While the only good car that we've had so far that was released that I really loved was this GR86. We already had this Trans Am here, the Hot Wheels version of basically this car that I'm driving right now, but you know, this is just more iconic, and it's obviously an actual car, right? Mass-produced car, you know, not like the Hot Wheels thing, which is basically kind of like a one-off thing. But yeah. Anyway, I really want to do some stuff to this thing, try to see what it's like. Oh, it's manual as well. I realized how slow it was changing gears. It looks so good. I don't know. I love old American like muscle cars. I absolutely adore them. It sounds great too. You get it to go a little sideways as well. Very floaty. I don't know. I like it, but I want to mess around with this thing and I want to do stuff to it. So yeah, let's take it over to the festival and see what's available. I didn't really like the Hot Wheels. Wait, what am I doing? What am I doing in the auction house? I don't really like the Camaro. Sorry, I didn't like the Trans Am that we got before. I didn't like the Mustang that we got before. Basically, the Hot Wheels one. So I hope that with this car, they change the driving physics at least a little bit. Because there are some muscle cars in this game that actually drive really well anyway. I want to build this thing. Also, I just realized that the underbody of this thing hasn't been updated. I'm pretty sure this car's been in previous Forza titles as well, but listen, come on. We're in Forza Horizon 5, like, you can change the underbody of these cars, especially since you have reflections in the festival. You can see how terrible the quality is. Like, the exhaust just kind of, like, spawn in, pretty much. They're attached to, like, a flat JPEG under the car. Come on. Like, at least a bit more attention to detail if you're gonna do stuff like this. Anyway, what I want to do is I want to build this thing for racing. I think this thing for racing would be kind of different, kind of weird, since the other cars that we've messed around with, especially the other Trans Am, the other Firebird, the Hot Wheels one that we ended up messing around with, wasn't actually that great. Kind of understeered a little bit, and I want to try to see if this can do a little better than that car as well. We can change. Ew, that looks weird. We put like a splitter in front of its like bumper. Oh, that's so odd looking. But I want to try to see if I can... Oh, ew. Oh my god, that's disgusting. But I'm going to put it on anyway. This gets rid of the bird, but... Nah, we have to keep it there. We have to keep the logo there. As ugly as that looks. What engines are available for this thing? I can, like, diesel swap this thing. Why was this so delayed? What engine is this from? A 7-liter V8. Jesus. An Aston V12. We have that engine as well. Yeah, interesting stuff. Interesting. I don't think I don't think we're going to be able to do much with this thing. I feel like power-wise is fine. I kind of want to keep the stock power train for this car. Maybe supercharger, that's fine. I'm going to keep it rear-wheel drive as well. I don't know front wheels though, if I want to go... Yeah, I think we'll leave it like that. Like I said, since I'm building this thing for racing, and I'm going to keep it rear-wheel drive, let's try and build it properly. Because the last one that we've messed around with, the Hot Wheels one, I made it all-wheel drive, and I tried to use it for like hill climbing and stuff like that, and it just didn't go well. It really didn't like it at all. It like understeered everywhere. It just wasn't great at all. So with this one, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to make it so it's rear-wheel drive. Make it nice and light. Give it a little bit of power. Like I said, there are some muscle cars in this game that actually do drive really, really well. So that's why I feel like it should be... I mean, the handling of this thing doesn't look like it's going to do well. But let's just hope that that is just for that little graph. Okay. Right. Let's have a quick look with this thing and see if it's actually bad. I don't know. I want to try and... Why is it like... It has like launch control in the festival. Right. It definitely oversteers a lot. I did that though. Okay. I need to mess around with my tune just a little bit. I definitely made this thing oversteer a little bit more than what it should be. Just because I honestly felt like it would understeer just like the other cars, but it doesn't seem to be. It doesn't have a lot of oomph. I only built this thing up to A class as well. I didn't want to like fully max this thing out with a stupid amount of power because I feel like it'll be kind of boring to do so. But questionable, very questionable. It seems to be nice. High speed corners. It's doing okay. Tiny bit of understeer. Brakes are good. Yeah, it just wants to oversteer just a tiny bit. I might need to mess around with that. But I've done it on purpose, obviously. I mean, if you're smooth on the power, it seems to be good. Obviously, I was like trying to floor it out of corners and that. Or when I was in corners, and you can see it. Ooh, god. You can see it. The back end just kind of wanting to step out. I've shortened my gear ratios as well, so this should be nice and tight. Yeah, it still gets a little bit of understeer. I'm trying to get it to see if I can get it to oversteer, like lift off oversteer, but it just doesn't want to do it whatsoever. Yeah, maybe it's just the way these cars are built, pretty much. It's just they're just big boats and they don't want to go around corners. That is something that I have to come to terms with, I guess. So it goes from one extreme to another. It goes from like full understeer to full like oversteer. There's like no in between. Like when I go into a corner and I try to do just full lift off and then start turning in, the front end should basically dart into the corner. Because I'm putting all that weight onto the front end, and it should get my back end out to stick out, but it just doesn't want to do it. I have to like kind of force it to do it. If that makes sense. We'll tap of the brakes. Yeah, maybe the brakes a little bit, like they help. It feels less bad. It feels a little better than the Hot Wheels version of this car. Not terrible, but it's definitely not that good. Right. Well, for the second build, I decided to do something different. As you can see, it's got big knobbly tires on it. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to build this thing for cross-country racing. We have a car that's actually very good for cross-country racing, and it is actually a Camaro. It is the Hot Wheels Camaro. The proper drag build Camaro. And that thing is an absolute monster. And I thought to myself, what if I decide to go and build something similar to that, but with this car? Is that going to be possible? So that's what I ended up doing. This thing is now an A class, and I wanted to use it for the El Descenso run. And like I said, it's something different to the cars that we've already built this week. Or I guess over the past few weeks, with the all the other cars that we basically ended up getting, like the Liberty design Mustang and all that sort of stuff. So I was like, this should be kind of an interesting build. So the car now is an A-class with 1,500 horsepower and 1,500 newton-meters of torque, and it weighs less than 1,400 kg. This should be interesting. I left it rear-wheel drive as well. Like I said, this should be very interesting. The El Descenso cross-country event, if you've never tried it, it's super, super interesting because it's all about momentum. You try to keep as much speed up as you possibly can. What is the car that I ended up using for this? The Honda Trophy Truck, which did a 201. Now, this one's going to be a little bit different. I know that this... I honestly don't think this is going to be as fast. But, if it follows the same recipe of having super, super wide tires, which it does, and it's really good handling off-road, like the Hot Wheels Camaro, this could actually do really well. So, that's what I'm going to try for this guy, just to see if it works. Oh, this is gonna go poorly. I should probably change manual clutch, but who cares? Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. As soon as I was about to swap this thing to all-wheel drive, it immediately jumped up into the top of S1. Pretty much almost being an S2. Whoa. Okay. It does tend to struggle a little bit turning in, but with a little bit of enticing, it actually doesn't do such a bad job. Yeah, that's the thing I feel like I'm gonna struggle with the most with this guy. These gear ratios I've made really, really long. I feel like I had to. I'm on sports transmission as well. It's not even like... It's not like racing or anything. It's... That's really good landing. Oh, God. There's a whole lot of nothing and then just a sudden amount of torque. It actually drives really nicely. I can't even lie. I was initially going to be like, yeah, this thing sucks, but... It drives quite nicely. You just have to be really careful with your throttle with it, because, like I said, it just slips from underneath you so easy. I don't think this is competitive whatsoever, though. I like the way it drives, though. For whatever reason, I feel like this could be much more competitive than it is, but it just doesn't like it. That transmission absolutely ruins it. I don't know what I can do to change it. I need to change the transmission. That is horrific. It just has too much gap. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to think, what changes can I possibly do so I can have a better transmission and I can actually use all this power, because it has so much power. And my top speed is like stuck at like 220 or something. So it's kind of bad. I need to change a couple of things on this guy to try see if I can keep it in A class. You know, I can bring it up into S1, but I don't know. I'll do that after, okay? But the transmission is pretty much stuck on this, and as soon as I go into this, it just goes to 805, you know? So I need to change something to try and see if I can make it better. Even if I pick something like a 9-speed or something like that. Even if I add a tiny bit more weight. Well, since that was such a disaster, let's try it in S1. The stats are pretty much very similar, slightly heavier because I all-wheel drive it, but everything else is pretty much the same. Tried to get as close to the top of S1 as I possibly could. Buying all the right parts, building, doing all the right things. Let's see if this is able to do anything in this class. Let's hope so. Let us hope so. That front end fully straight up just lifted off the ground. It's very quick. That's a good thing. It's staying slightly ahead of the Hot Wheels Bone Shaker, which is, again, a good thing, but... There we go. That's the right thing to do. Try to take it a little bit easier here. It's now got a 7-speed. Trying to be as smooth as I possibly can when I'm turning so it doesn't lose a lot of speed. Why does it slow down so much? I feel like I made it soft, the suspension, and everything should be nice, but it just slows down a lot when I'm turning. I don't know. I don't think it likes the aero that's on it, but that's nice. And as soon as I get to around here, I'm gonna start turning. I'm gonna lift off slightly. Okay, back down to 6. That's fine. Okay, I guess I just need to learn how to drive it because it seems like it wants to. Oh, don't floor it, don't floor it, don't floor it. As soon as I floor it, it starts to understeer. I go wide. Ooh! Somehow saved? Oh my god, I didn't realize the braking was so good on it. Oh my god, okay. I know I've ruined this run, but brakes are super good on it. Oh my god. I don't think I'm playing on sim steering, but it feels like it sometimes. It stays in the air for so long. Like, I have downforce and everything, and it's just a little bit bouncy. Even though I softened the suspension really nicely as well. ARBs are soft, the dampers are well balanced as well. Like the bump stiffness is nice and soft, and the rebound is a little stiffer, but that's how they should be. Listen, it's not a terrible tune. I think the very first time that I've done a run with the Camaro, the Coco Camaro, I did like a 155, so it's not actually terrible. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, I don't think I'm no, I'm not on sim steering. It just feels like it. Let me change a couple things with this car and see if I can fix it. Alright, I changed track, just because I feel like this could be a little bit more of a technical build. Let's see if I was right. See if I can drive this like a technical build on a tighter track. I think I can add a little bit more downforce, because I don't need the top speed. And the fact that I'm this close to that car, it's actually quite impressive. The bouncing sideways is the most obnoxious thing. That's okay. I bounced into the perfect angle to exit out of this corner here. The brakes are so good. Listen, that is a solid time. That is a really good. I'm gonna mess with my aero on this thing. I feel like I can get it to grip up a little better on the corners. I really need to try this out. It actually feels solid. That car that Dunker route that I was just up against is way into the top 1000 because my previous score that I've done on this track, someone ended up sending me a build. I'm pretty sure it was a TVR Griffith, and that, I think, positioning in the world on this track in S1 is at, I think, 700, 799 or something like that. So this is just ever so slightly faster than that time. And with this Camaro, or I keep wanting to call it Camaro, with this Pontiac, I'm actually really, really close to that position. Whatever this guy is, probably like 700 as well, something close to what my TVR time is. I should have checked it a little bit more accurately, because then I would have been able to see, but this Firebird is doing bits. Oh, the crash. The crash is very annoying. Jumping into a slider is actually not even that bad. It actually helps out quite a lot. Come on. It's got a lot of torque. You can do it. That's it. Oh, it's hard. It is hard. It's not even that agile or anything, but it does still seem to... It does still seem to drive really nicely. What a weird car. What a weird... Ah, it's gone straight to the wall. Oh, that's okay. I hit the invisible force field. That's all good. Nice. Definitely did not touch that flag whatsoever, but again, it's all good. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I'm trying to like turn in more sharply with it. It just doesn't want to. I really, really like the brakes on it. I think the brakes are really, really nice on it. And they do a really good job, but... No, that's because I tapped off the wall. My next stop is pretty much just cancelled. It's definitely a top 1000 car. It is 100% a top 1000 car. Definitely a top 1000 car. Nice. Come on, come on, come on, come on. We can get this gap nice and big here. Nice. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, you whore! Oh, it's so close! What was that cornering here? What have I done? Look at that. I would have beaten my PB. my god. The grinding off the wall is just, or whatever, the invisible wall is just the funniest thing ever to me. I don't know why. I'll take it. I'll take it. I beat my old PB. I beat this guy. We take it. Only took about 7 laps until I got used to the car, but we'll take it. I actually built a top 1,000 car out of a car that we got on our weekly reward. Oh, crazy stuff. Alright, cool. Well, now let's wait for this to finish up and then we'll see where I am in the world. Right, so let's see with this thing. I was, what, like 790th, I'm pretty sure, is what I saw when I was last on the leaderboard. Let's see where I am now. I've beaten that guy. I've beaten, obviously, my old score as well. Top 1%, 600,000 scores. I'm at 598. It's not bad. It is not bad at all. Yes, there are faster cars. Bone Shaker being one of them is going to be one of the fastest, if not the best car as well for this. But the Trans Am, the Firebird that we got this week is actually not that bad for cross-country events. Yeah, maybe some people can do a better tune, and they can get this thing to drive a little nicer, but for right now, with whatever tune I decided to slap on this thing, just kind of building it the way I felt like it was going to be good, it seems to be doing alright. Seems to be doing alright. And my driving wasn't really that great either, so keep that in mind too. You can probably get an even faster time with some better driving, even with this tune, but yeah, I like it. I really like it. It's nice. It's something that can be useful with this guy, you know? Because, like I said, the other cars, the other muscle cars that we've had over the past little while, they were just kind of, eh. And this one's actually really nice. Okay, cool. Well, that's it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more videos like this on the channel, then of course subscribe. Like this video if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, everyone. Peace out.